Sorry. Hope you guys doing alright. Again, man, like I keep saying it again because I try to. I like to reiterate things so people know where I'm coming from. But yeah, it's unfortunate this is happening. But what I've noticed with me being who I am, and this is happening. So for years, being somebody that spent a lot of time looking into online, spiritual, like that's. I've never been to like a realistic, like tangible, spiritual place. Like everything that I've learned about spirituality, well, I mean, it started online, and then from online, I went and ventured into the real world. But it started online. Um, where am I going with this? I don't even know. Sorry, my brain's a little foggy. I don't know, man. Like I'm in a pretty good mood. Like it's strange. Oh, I know where I was gonna go. So like in my life, being online, you see a lot of information. At least I've seen a lot of information about like chosen ones and going through what they have to go through with people turning against them. And for a long time, I've been watching it and seeing these people because it's a whole pattern of many people that are talking about kind of the same thing that's happening to them. And for a while, I was watching it, kind of like always like watching it with a little bit of like, really, guys, like, is it really like really like really? A part of me felt like they might have been exaggerating a little bit, um, but no, it's actually a real fucking thing. And the more that you become that purity, and it just has to do with energy. It's a physics thing. I can break it down physically. Like the more an energy becomes of a pure nature, of a divine nature, of a higher vibrational nature, in an area that's dominated by low vibrational energy, it makes sense that the lower vibrational entities or energies are going to cling on to a higher vibrational being. Because that higher vibrational being is emitting energy, force, light, beauty, life at a higher level, a higher degree, with more power than these lower vibrational beings. So it's like a sun. And as beings that are attracted to energy and light and power and all this and that, it's like innate in us as beings to want to be attracted to that which gives off more. Even if we don't like it, we're still going to be attracted to it. And I think this is why over the times and over the years, I've had all these weird interactions with people that, from my perspective, I look at y'all like we have a bond, like we have a love, a sacredness, a connection that keeps us together. But as I've seen as I've gone through life, that bond was something I had inside myself, but they did not share. If they had shared it, things wouldn't have gone down the way they've gone down. I mean, I've been abandoned by somebody I thought was my best friend. I've had somebody whom I considered a brother who's wanted to kill me for years. I still don't know why. I've, this thing with a particular person, it's getting better, but there's just, and now this weird shit's happening with my mother to where, and it's like, I'm just continuing to be myself and to love things and to work in ways that are true to myself and my being. And whilst doing it, it's literally like people can't help but like attack me and try to use me. That's and again, it's an energy thing. It's not like they personally have anything. I mean, they might. I think some of it has to do with jealousy and resentment, but I think it has to do more with just an energy thing. And this is something that many people, well, not maybe not many, but it's something that has been shared. I've heard many others talking about a similar situation to where they're in a place to where they're the ones that are doing all this goodness and good things in their life, and they're surrounded by a bunch of people that are like pulling on them like they're a fucking like an energy source that could be used and manipulated at will. And they find themselves alone because they don't seem to have anybody else that truly just cares about them. Everybody else is wanting to use them is pretty much what it is and then that would make sense with what I just talked about, how when you reach a higher plane, the things of a lower plane are going to cling on to you, but because they're in that lower state of being, they're not going to cling to you in a way that's good. They're going to cling to you in a way that's bad, which is to use what you have and that they need or want. And I think because I've been talking more and more about saving, this world and helping feed starving children, I think that's doing something to my mom fundamentally on a cellular level, because she's told me that when she she used to have dreams about saving the world. Before I went to New Orleans, she told me that her mother told her or told her brother that her mother came from immaculate conception. She told me that, like voluntarily came out of nowhere and told me that right before I went on my trip to New Orleans, where I met Joshua, who told me he was the Heavenly Father. And So for now, like 7 years or so, I've been rolling around with that in my brain, having my mother tell me that her brother told her that her mother, their mother, came from immaculate conception, which means that me and my brother essentially have immaculate conception in our blood. So it's like, and this is at a time when I was already feeling like I needed to save the world. So it's like, anyway, I just thought I'd just throw it in there because I just feel like it was a good part to throw it in there. Anyways, I love y'all, man. I want to have a good day. I'm sorry this is happening to my mom, but hopefully we can figure out some type of conclusion for us both. All right, love y'all. Bye.